Welcome back, my friends, to my channel and today to a vlogmas. So today I've got some really fun, fast, and messy inspiration for you all. When it comes to the holiday season, I often am so overbooked. My schedule is so incredibly busy, especially as a small business. It is hard for me to fit in creativity, for me just personally having fun. But when I do, I love making time to get really messy and expressive and just play, especially in my art journal. And this is one of those spreads in my art journal that I am notorious for kind of unwinding, messing around with, just really not abiding by any rules. And that is working with layers and then doodling inside of those layers. I am notorious for dumping out ink and paint water on my art journal pages. I know some of you all out there might go, what in the world is Alyssa doing? But I actually love if I've got some kind of real pigmented paint water, if I've got excess leftover India ink or ink that I've been working with, I will actually sprinkle it, dump it onto an art journal page. And this is my mixed media art journal. It has thicker, higher quality paper. It's a lot larger than some of my others. So it can take wet media really well. It can take lots of layers really well. And so I love putting to use excess paint on my palette, excess paint water or inks, and I will dump them, paint them, spread them on that surface to build up a lot of really messy layers. And then whatever I end up with once things are dry, I will then start doodling and working inside of all of those nooks, crannies, and space. This is something I do a lot over here on my channel. I often will just open up my journal, turn on my camera, let people watch me doodle or draw a pattern on the pages of my art journal. The reason why I share this process a lot is because it's very stress-free. It is a way to create that if you are an advanced artist or if you are a beginner, you can absolutely play around with getting messy and then playing around inside of that space, in and around fields of color, and just mess around with doodling and playing around with designs throughout that surface. Oftentimes when I am creating for myself, when I am creating to wind down from the things that I do in my day job, which is teach art, often a lot of drawing and creating things that look and feel more like a composition, I like breaking free by just giving myself permission to play. And for me, playing often incorporates number one, mess making, and number two, doodling. I just love the process of playing around with lines, marks, shapes, little doodles on that surface. And when I'm working this way, I often pick things that are pretty easy. I don't have to think too hard or work too hard to create. I don't have to sketch them out with pencil to get them looking just right. I often grab any permanent pens that I have and just go for it on that surface. There's no rules because I'm working with mark making and designs that feel like they are in my comfort zone. They're kind of my safe space when I'm working with my creativity. And then there's other surfaces where I actually push myself outside of my comfort zone. I draw and create things that maybe take lots of practice. But a surface like this is really just about play. It is about having fun and often letting go of any expectations. And I find that the best way to begin is to begin with a messy layer that I can then play and layer over the top of. So I'm hoping that this will provide a little bit of inspiration, no matter what time of year you're watching this video. But if you are leading up to the holiday season, much like I am, with a little bit of stress in your life, perhaps a schedule that is quite overbooked, this is a really fun process to just take some time, maybe a couple nights a week, and just play on that surface. See what you can come up with, see how far you can take things, how far you can fill up some of those empty spaces, work over the top of some of that mess, and really just have fun with the creative process with zero expectations. I'm going to let you all watch me play and hopefully give you a little bit of inspiration to pull out your own art journal or scrap surface and find some creative ways to unwind, let go, and experiment.